and that's been my attitude from the time I moved from Texas to New York. That's my attitude now, and I'll be 50 in March, and I'm still ready to do another 25,000 albums. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, it's due to people like what the Bomb Squad has done. I saw an interview y'all did on MTV a long time ago. This is probably when Nation of Millions had come out, and they finally garnered the attention of, you know, I know many other members in the crew that helped put the beats together and everything, but they were interviewing you, Hank, and you were showing, you were soloing the tracks, and you were showing how many different layers there were, and then you turned all the stuff on and let the beat play, and it was just so ill because I forgot who was interviewing you, but I'll never forget watching that. You were explaining how everything had to be just so noisy, but still in a format where Chuck could do what he had to do, where you hear him too, and so it's like, did y'all sit down and say like, this is how we're gonna put this thing together, and we're gonna create the sound that just becomes what it is? Like, what was it, a discussion first, you know, or like as far as just the whole origin of just doing Public Enemy?
I'm gonna start it off and I'm gonna give it to you, all right? Because you know something that was key, and I never thought that, you know, people will even pick up on that. And that was very, very intuitive of you to get that. But here's the deal. I used to go to a lot of the shows, DJs, and I came from the era with Grandmaster Flowers, Pete DJ Jones, Boya, and these guys would be playing in a park, or they'd be playing on the beach with Ron Grease Beach Plumber, the Sound Brothers, the Dow Twins. All these cats were amazing in terms of bringing sound systems to the spot. Right. And they would play together at the same time. And so what I used to do was, you know, I was like a little kid then. I was just trying to just figure it all out and shit. And I would go and listen, and there was places that you stand and you hear, like, there was different DJ over that side, the north, east, south, and west. There was a DJ. And if you sit in certain places, you get a blend of all the different DJs playing at the same time. Right. And at one little point, you get this little segment where all the music just comes together in that one little zone. And from that point on, it kind of like made me understand that there's something that can be done with records on that level. Right. And from that, I brought in Eric, I brought in Keith, I brought in Terminator, and everybody had a distinct role. Chuck even had a role. Right. Chuck would even come up with all the little, like anything that you hear, like the spoken word pieces. Right. That was his job. Keith was in charge of all the sample manipulation kind of vibration. Eric was there to make sure that everything was in key. Because I was in a zone where I was just like, fuck it, I'm taking anything and everything, because my musical background goes extensively. It goes from classical to jazz to R&B to funk to alternative rock to heavy metal. Yep. It doesn't matter. So to me, it's all vibe. Music is all incredible. I'm gonna give it to you, man, and let you rock it from there, because
well, Hank said the key thing for me. It starts with the DJ. Because let's be straight, we wasn't really musicians. We took music lessons. He learned how to play the piano. I had a thing that I loved, Jimmy Castor, so I learned how to play the sax. So we understood notes and keys a little bit. But when the DJ record part came in, that was a whole nother thing.